Mrs. Fry is a lady who lives in Kansas City, Missouri, and is an apparent friend with a lady named Mrs. McChenson. The letter was written in April of 1919. World War I took place in July of 1914 and lasted until November of 1918, so this letter was written just months after the end of World War I. World War I claimed the lives of over 9 million combatants, as well as 7 million civilians. In the years of 1918 and 1919, there was a huge influenza pandemic in Kansas City. The main group that the pandemic affected were the military corps, where by September of 1918, 1,000 soldiers had contracted the disease. By October 1st, 23% of the city's army training schools had contracted influenza. Now, in the year of 1919, the number of troops in the military was not very high to start with. So if you throw in a pandemic like this, which is both deadly and harmful, it creates a huge problem. By the spring of 1919, over 11,000 cases of influenza had been recorded and over 2,300 deaths. This gave Kansas City the death rate of 580 per 100,000 people during that time. In the letter, Mrs. McChenson and Mrs. Fry were to meet up at Union Station in Kansas City at 8 a.m. on a Monday. They were going to grab breakfast and catch up, so to speak, on what had happened in the previous months or potentially what could happen in the next couple months, especially with this type of epidemic spreading throughout Kansas City.